It's not broken.
Hi. Thank you for being here at our show tonight. It's actually a little bit hard to know whether we're doing the right thing by putting on a regular throwback show. But I read something today that made me feel like maybe this is all we have to do right now. And it was a message between somebody who lives here in the States back to a friend of theirs in Odessa. And they said, please tell me what I can do. What can I do to help? And the friend in Odessa said, there will always be Putins. But we need some poems and music and essays and literature because we're putting out a magazine. So if you have any of that, please send it our way. And in the face of that bravery and in the face of the incredible safety that we come to you from tonight, we are going to make music because we can. And we are appreciative that you're here with us. This is a throwback to an unlikely record. It was at a pretty low point in the band that we made this record. Our major label had just folded, and we had no van because our van had broken down. So we had no way to get around the country, and we had no record company that was supporting us. But we had a lot of songs. We had so many songs that we had more than one record's worth of songs. And so we put out 2 records, and we did a giant fundraiser, and you came to it, and you danced, and you sang in the rain, and you bought our crazy premiums, and you believed in us, and it made us want to keep going. And we were able to buy a new van, and we were able to put out this record, Mousse, and then we were signed by a new record company, and soon there would be play. So this is for you. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for being with us for all these years.
Why don't you count us in?
I think you better.
Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Got the news. The truth was in the box. I didn't want to read it. I got the blues and whiskey on the rocks. That's my dad's drink. I take it when I need it. I get confused listening to you talk. It's better to ignore you. You read the news, then you watch me like a hawk. I'm sorry if I bore you. I won't tell you what I need. I won't tell you what I fear. I won't tell you what I believe in. I won't tell you what I've made. Just tell me what I want to hear, and we'll call it even. That's the trade. That's the trade. That's the trade. Yeah, we'll call it even. That's the trade. That's the trade. That's the trade. Another time when I fight you all the way. I never let you own me. But that's a game that I don't want to play. I'm scared that you've outgrown me. take it when I'm told to. I won't tell you what I need. I won't tell you what I fear. I won't tell you what I believe in. I won't tell you what I paid. Just tell me what I want to hear, and we'll call it even. That's the train. That's the train. That's the train. Yeah, we'll call it even. That's the train. That's the train. That's the train. Yeah, we'll call it even. That's the train. That's the train. That's the train. That's the train. That's the
I listened to, we're not doing all of Mousse, as you can tell already. We skipped the first song. We're not doing the whole record because it would take hours. But I did listen to it today on the way to work and on the way home, all the way through in order. And there's a lot about mortality on this record.
Yes.
Like a lot. I was surprised by that, given the youth of us.
That I know, but it is funny. Like I listened to it too, and I had that same thought, and also that there was a lot of struggle and power issues in all of the songs. Like really, a lot of rebellion and a lot of attempts to control and
manipulation.
Manipulation.
Also, untrustworthy narrators.
Well, I mean, that's part of my feeling when I listen to the record is that. We were doing a lot of acting at the time on purpose. We were heavily influenced by the theater world, and that there were certain songs where you would just be a character or I would be a character. And we knew that it wasn't Nerissa or Katrina. It was a character. And we got to a point where we were both like, I don't want to play this character anymore. I want to be me. I want to sing from like a loving place. And sort of put a more like loving, positive message into the world. But at the same time, this is very fun.
It is fun.
It's
like
fun.
being in a show.
It is, yeah.
For the
But
night.
this is definitely a character, but this is a sympathetic character. This song was written for my friend John Sempt, who lost somebody special to him. And I wrote him this song. And I would just want to say something about the song we just played, The Trade, which I wrote in a turn-of-the-century little farmhouse in Keene, New York, at this old rickety, out-of-tune piano. And it was the first song I ever wrote on the piano. And I've always felt it just came out of nowhere. Like it's one of those songs that just appeared. And again, from a character that wasn't me. All right, but here's this.
Never again will I see you playing with the kids in our backyard. Some little voice was always telling you that you had to be a superstar. You were always so afraid of flying, you silly boy. Silly boy. Didn't anyone ever tell you you never know when you're gonna die? Now I'll meet you in the sky. Meet you in the sky. Meet you in the sky. Sometimes. I remember the day you told me that you and the kids spend all of our nights connecting the dots in the sky. What are we for if not for this? I've said that so many times before. You can't always say goodbye with a kiss, but I'd have kissed you. I wish I'd kissed you once more. And I'll meet you in the sky. 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 Sometime, sometime. I'll meet you in the sky. 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 I'll meet you in the sky.
Sorry if I'm making a terrible noise, everybody. My mic stand got a little wobbly. This is one of those untrustworthy narrator songs.
You can count us in.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, and. Wait, are we in the same?
They were supposed to be in the key of C.
Yeah. Oh, sugars.
The other C.
B flat is the new C. Okay, sorry everybody. 1, 2, 3, and.
I don't care about Carrie. It's just a boy I sort of knew. I wrote him when we got married. Now he's coming to town, coming to town. Oh. It's not what you think. We were always only friends. All we did was dream about what we do when high school ends. And I don't care if he's angry. I never meant to lead him on. No. Still there were times when things got scary. He'd come around, he'd come around. Oh. Come around the block, take me crying in his arms. I swear all we did was talk about what we do when high school ends. So what? He's come to town. I bet he wears his old raincoat.
Okay. So we used to
Oh yeah.
one of the best things about our job back in the 90s was that and really the early 2000s too, we got to see so many friends.
Yes.
It was like the opposite of the last 2 years.
Yes.
We would travel and people would put us up in their homes and we'd get to hang out. And I remember going to Seattle. I actually think this was in the aughts, which is odd because I'm probably conflating two different memories. One when we first did this song and one when we traveled back to Seattle in the aughts and we stayed with Narissa's college roommate and they introduced us to the board game Cranium. And I was like, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened. I loved Cranium. But I think about this song and Narissa's roommate because her name is Susan and she's very wise, like the person in this song. I do wish we had Lila's fiddle on this song.
I know.
That would have been fun.
Lila's
gone
at a school
back
committee
to
meeting.
Work.
Ugh, I don't like this, Dave. I'm sorry.
What's
Don't want it to be my B string, the
Oh.
B string thing.
They should just leave those off the guitars.
They really should. Like, why? Why is this here?
Let's tune it in fourths, but then 1/3.
Why do they do that? Why?
I don't know.
I would like
I
to
don't
ask
know who
the
decided.
guitar inventor why he did that or she did that.
Wait, what did Meredith love? The B string?
You love the B
Oh,
string.
you're welcome.
Wait, what does she say?
Thank you for the 50th birthday wish.
Happy birthday, Meredith! Okay.
May you all have friends as good as Susan.
Yes, and this is about friendship because the thing about friendship is, in fact, this happened to me this morning. I was talking on the phone to a friend that has been my dear, dear friend for like going on 40 years. Oh my God. And
I've been her friend longer, just
that's
saying.
true, you have. But anyway, this person said, I just keep thinking of this thing that you told me a long time ago. And she said the thing, and I was like, I said that? I don't remember saying that, but thanks for telling it back to me because I needed to hear it today. And that's how friendship works. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There are things that I have learned, and my mama told me there are things that I have learned I would have found out anyway. There are things that I have learned through sheer exposure. There are things that I have learned that I'd rather throw away. I'm going to be giving them back to Susan. She taught me everything she knew. She taught me. I'm going to be giving them back to Susan. Oh, she needs them more than I do. When I think of all the times she brought me to my senses, when I think of how long I thirsted in the promised land, she said, why do you mind all these things you're missing? Everything you ever wanted you have right here in your hand. I'm going to be giving them back to Susan. She taught me everything she knew. She taught me I'm going to be giving them back to Susan. Oh, she needs them more than I do. There are things that I have learned, and my mama told me there are things that I've learned I would have found out anyway. There are things that I have learned through sheer exposure. There are things that I've learned that I'd rather throw away. But I'm going to be giving them back to Susan.
more than she needs more than I do. I do. I
I love that song. Also, I just realized it's a proto Keys to the
It
Kingdom.
is totally a proto Keys to the Kingdom. I know. I mean, and this is the thing about this particular record. It's so weird genre-wise. Like, it's all over the place. It has our most, like, wannabe Nirvana 90s songs ever. I did listen to Monster, by the way. Oh my God. What a ripoff of the little...
But I love that.
I love that part, too.
It's an ode, not a ripoff. It was an ode.
And I wrote it in a crazy open tuning. With this,
with that weird guitar,
with that hybrid electric guitar that I had.
But don't talk about it so much because they're not going to get to hear Monster tonight because we did not learn it.
I know, but maybe we should. Maybe we should do a Mousse 2 night.
Well, I did when I was listening to it. I was like, it would be interesting to do this as like a spooky, slow acoustic number with just like, I don't know. The energy in Monster is sort of similar to the energy in Zombie, Zombie, Zombie.
I don't know that song.
By the Cranberries?
Oh, right. Maybe that's what I was going for. I don't know.
Or if you grew up in my family, the Cranberries.
We said raspberries.
Raspberries.
Well,
Cranberries.
we didn't. People in our social circle said raspberries.
The old
Raspberries.
people, not
The
us.
old people.
We said raspberries. And we said, can we have some, please?
Oh, but you know the other thing about this record, Mousse, is there's a lot of like disdain for the old people. And now we are the old
Now
people.
look.
Remember the conversation we had Sunday about how are the old people? Mm-hmm. There is always that generational thing happening. Are you guys the old people or the young people now? What are you?
I mean,
You can consider that for a while and answer us later. I can see nobody's rushing to their keyboard to go type.
Also, here's the thing that I really want you to think about.
Yes, this
we
is your
had all of
challenge.
these songs and all of the songs that were on play at the same time. And we carefully selected the songs that were going to go on play, the release that was going to get like sent to radio and stuff like that, and the songs that were going to be on Mousse. That was our record just for you, our fans, and not for any press or radio. So just as some people think it's a fun game to think about the White Album and make it only one record long instead of 2 records long, and which songs would you keep?
sacrilege.
That is a sacrilege.
I know. I don't believe in
Yeah.
that. But I do believe in saying, oh, you totally should have put this song on play and not this song on play. Maybe I don't believe in that either.
We're gonna get our feelings hurt. This
We
way.
might.
Yeah, but it is true that I listened to some of these songs and I was like, why wasn't that a single? Like that should have been our single.
I don't know why Meet You in the Sky wasn't put on play. Like, to me, that's one of my favorite Neil songs of all time. But I think that part of the issue is that these songs were written, some of them were written so much before that they didn't feel modern to us.
Patty
says Carrie
Carrie,
should have
yeah.
gone on play.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, the nice way of doing this is to not tell us what we should have taken off of play, although I know what Patty would have taken off of play also. And it's also a slow ballad song, but I'm not naming it. All right. This is our ode to the Falconridge Folk Festival, and Narissa changed the words because she decided that 20-something-year-old Narissa wrote dumb words, and so 50-something-year-old Narissa was going to write new, better words. So I had to learn new scansion, which is hard for my 50-something-year-old brain. But I did it. Why? Because I love you.
Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah, yeah. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. We go to the garden. What better way could we spend our hours? We wear white dresses till our parents aren't looking. They tame the jungle, they grew the flowers. We are the jungle, we are the flowers, yeah. Yeah,
One day I take you to my garden. This is love. This is love.
But once the gates are left unguarded,
So I can show you how I can play. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. Living it up in the garden, yeah, yeah. You're all invited to my garden. We'll crush the grass beneath our bare feet. We'll make love to the ground, taking it brutal, kissing it sweet. Kissing it sweet. You're all invited to my garden. Well, this is love. This is love.
Also, some of these songs, you know, we just had so many songs, and there were ones that we were really excited about initially, and really like put a lot of energy into arranging, and others that we sort of threw together the arrangements, really just because we had too many songs. And I think about some of these songs now and think, well, if we'd been patient and spent some more time on the arrangements as we did with that one, because we ended up playing it so much.
Well, this next song was recorded at our studio along with Taxi Girl and Einstein's Daughter. And honestly, before we went into the studio, I was like, this is the pick of the songs. It is the most commercial, the most popular, the best. And then when we recorded them, I was like, oh, this one's quirky. The other ones are sort of more straightforward. So the other two got to be on Blue Greta, and this one did not. But she lived to see another day by being included on Mousse.
Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You came over to my house and there was trouble written all over you, but literally on your t-shirt it said trouble. What was I supposed to do? I got the word, I got the message. I'm taking you on face value. It's an open invitation to follow you, to follow you. All I need is you. Breathe
one likes her more than me. She's my twin, I had to do things differently. Then you came in your great white Dodge to take me away from the alternate me. Now I'm a statistic, I'm a runaway teen, but I'm finally free. All I need is fighting, exciting, lighting me up. I'll be cool in the backseat, cool in the backseat, always cool in the backseat, till you join me at the end of the day. When I was sad, you got me a puppy. We told it not to grow older, but somewhere near Salinas, I let him slip away. All the while I miss the smell of my mother's shoulder. She's worried about me as well she should be. We drove into the sunset, into the flatlands, into the new frontier, and we looked into the faces of our fellow sunburned pioneers. America is a country filled with people who have run away. I'm following them, I'm following you. Don't tell me you don't know the way. All I need is you knowing, showing, growing me up. I'll be cool in the backseat, cool in the backseat, always cool in the backseat, till you join me at the end of the day. Oh, won't you join me at the end of the day?
Well, as we made our plan for this show and choosing which songs from Mousse to include, pretty much every song except for this next one was a definite. We were like, we have to include that. We chose not to include the songs that we've sung because they were on other records, like Einstein's Daughter and Waco Lake and Blind. But then we had a bunch of other choices. We had one slot left and about, 6 or 7 songs to choose from, and this is what we chose. It's a metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
Mettering.
That's funny. Dave and I wrote this song together.
Yes. This was well, the song wasn't borrowed, but the sort of approach was borrowed from like early 90s grungy,
Alice in Chains.
and specifically Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I love that band.
Me too.
That makes me happy.
Also,
about this
Narissa
one.
says that the reason this song didn't get to be on play is that our manager at the time, who was not Patty,
No, a non-Patty manager banned this
said,
song.
you have to stop doing that song.
Yeah,
It was too
edgy.
off-brand.
It was. He thought it was off-brand. He was a he. Enough said. You'll see why. Because I think this song was ahead of its time. Ready?
I have a man who's good to me. He makes me bread, he gives me money quality. Is not everything. 'Cause each and every one of us yearns to be the king. So we put up with the footprints along our paths, like I catch you in my shoes. It's a gamble, none of us believes that we will lose. And I want to be his dictator, and he wants me to be his dictator. Dictator. That's because my dream to be queen is your dream to be queen. We can all be queen one of these days. And I want to be your dictator. You want me to be your dictator. Dictator. That's because my dream to be queen is your dream to be queen. We will all be queen one of these days.
Uh, 96, 97,
95.
95,
95.
I think it was a 95.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
95.
Because Dennis was managing us.
And John Hampton heard us play it. I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like, that one.
Really?
And then we
Dennis was like,
Dennis!
not that one.
Oh, we said the manager's name. The
Oops.
manager.
That
No
would have
one-
been fun to hear what John Hampton did with that song.
I know. And
Oh, well. All right.
can't regret things.
So,
Yes, you can.
Well, okay.
No, you can't regret things.
this is a song about subletting.
Okay, so this is an example of a song that I feel like I can't say. I mean, I definitely thought it was funny while I was writing it, but we kind of made a little much too fun of it, I think, maybe. Well, you'll see if you ever get the CD. But I will tell you this. This is, there was this one apartment in my college city that every year I knew the person who was renting this particular apartment.
And they didn't know each other
And they never knew each
necessarily.
other. So it was always really weird. Like, oh my God, I've been here before. I keep coming to this apartment. And I found out that Hillary Rodham, as a law student, I'm not going to say she lived in that exact apartment, but she lived in that house.
Wait,
Crazy.
what?
Okay, well, she lived on this street.
Okay, yeah.
She
let's
lived on
say it.
Orange Street.
In that apartment.
Let's say it. Hillary Rodham lived in that apartment, so you know who visited her there. Yeah.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You
Sorry.
did. Okay, so
It was very fun to play with genres back then. It felt like, because of you, honestly, because our fan base came from just like people telling each other. We didn't get famous because we had a radio single. We didn't get famous because we got put on Saturday Night Live. We just had fans come to our shows because they told each other. And all of our fans always, you remember how there's bands like REM and they were like, they were so much better before they got famous. Well, the thing is, if you never get famous, your fans are always like, yeah, they're still so cool.
Or else they're like, what happened with them?
Anyway,
and you all would do awesome things like you'd make your friends mixtapes and you'd stick our songs on it, and lots of good things happened to us in our career because of that.
That's true.
In fact, the number one greatest things that happened in our career was that kind of networking.
Yeah, I love that. Pre-social media webbery. Anyway, it meant that we didn't have to be one thing. Like, there was no rules. I feel like occasionally we went to a folk club where the rules were don't be too loud. But they're basically, like, you'll hear, I don't even know what genre this song is, honestly.
This is the genre of...
It's an orange song.
Of orange. Yes.
Something happened to bring me down, but I can't remember when. So I'm trying to go back in time, walk that line again. Oh, but something's telling me that this all started on 39 Orange Street. That's this place where all my friends at some time or another would meet. Oh, no one lives there now, of course. After all, it's been 7 years. It's just a house where people go when they're trying to switch gears. It's a house they find from an older friend with a doctor's office below. And the only way to get rid of it is to give it to someone you know. And when I knock on that front door, the landlady thinks I'm crazy. And when I ask to see you, she says, my God, it's one of those days. Don't you remember what happened here? 39 Orange Street. Don't you remember what happened here? 39 Orange Street. Don't you remember what happened here? 39 Orange Street.
We forgot to repeat. There was like, you forgot your guitar solo. The
Oh no!
It was like, wow.
See, jazz.
That was, yeah. Okay, ready from 39. 39.
There's lots of those.
No, the weird one.
Oh, okay.
39. Yeah. Now. One more.
Something happened to bring me down to 39 Orange Street.
Fantastic.
I mean, the arc of this show just sort of goes towards the absurd.
And And it will continue.
And it will continue.
With this last song. Are we talking about lobbying?
So, for those of you who are not frequenters to this Monday night show, our policy is that you get to choose the lobby song for next week. The lobby song is the song that we play as you're entering, otherwise known as the first song. And we didn't do it this time because we were doing all Mousse, so you couldn't choose the lobby song last time. But you get to choose the first song that will be played at our next show next Monday. The Trade, I'll Meet You in the Sky, Carrie, Giving Them Back to Susan, Living It Up in the Garden, Cool in the Backseat, Dictator, 39 Orange Street, or this last song, the most serious of them all.
And the oldest song to make it onto the record, circa 1988.
Those were the days.
Yes.
You guys, I have to ask a process question. We wanted to end our show tonight with something. Should I have Patty come back to us at the end of this song so that we can say goodbye and then introduce it? Or should we have her go straight into it? Yes, she says, Patty says go straight into it. So,
all right, so
we're going to do this absurdist thing right now. It seems like a weird segue, Patty. But she says she's
Patty
the
says,
boss.
Patty says Charlie Chapman, man. Charlie Chapman. Just remember Charlie Chapman. That's what Patty
Chaplin?
says.
Charlie Chapman?
Charlie Chaplin. Did I say Chapman? Oh my God.
What you're talking about
I
either
went
way.
to middle
so it
school
doesn't-
with him.
Oh my God. Charlie Chapin.
So we're going to do this crazy thing, and then we're going to end with something that feels obvious to do right now. But thank you for coming to our show.
Thank
you
you
for being part of this, Patty. Thank you for keeping us all together and
being
us
the
around.
best manager in the world.
The best.
Who would never have booted off Dictator.
She might have. Well,
Just would have wanted Carrie to be like the
and we'll be around next week with, next week is going to be just like a grab bag of greatest hits. That's our plan. So,
a grab bag of greatest hits plus whatever
you choose tonight.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nicholas Ridiculous and Michael Motorcycle went out to play. Nicholas Ridiculous threw the ball and Michael Motorcycle ran away. When Mr. Ridiculous stood in the door, he said,
It's that child. With a name like Motorcycle, he must be a little more than wild.
Nicholas Ridiculous went inside. His mom said,
"Eat your soup."
the last thing Nicholas wanted to do was to eat any of that goop.
But when he looked down in the bowl, this is what he saw. Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman too, and they were playing ball. Superheroes in your soup, say come on in and play. Nicholas Ridiculous, will you have some superhero soup today?
Nicholas Ridiculous said, hey guys, what's going on? They said,
We saw what happened to your friends out on the lawn. Have no fear, we are here. We've come to save the day.
and then
Shazam!
said Aquaman.
Come on in and play.
Well, Nick was about to jump in the bowl and behind him he heard a voice. It was Mr. Ridiculous, and he said,
What's the meaning of all this noise? Why are you talking to your soup? I think it is the influence of that boy. Tell him to come over here right now so I can tell him he's really beginning to annoy me.
Superheroes in your soup, say come on in and play. Nicholas Ridiculous, will you have some superhero soup today?
Dave Chalfant, take it away. Shred it. Oh, Katrina, go! Katrina on weird percussion. Hairbrush and bottle. So Michael Motorcycle came inside. He looked really scared when Mr. Ridiculous started to shout. Nick whispered, let's go over there. Where? You're inside this bowl of soup. If you drink it, you'll be strong. So Nicholas Ridiculous and Michael Motorcycle said to Dad,
So long.
see ya.
Toodaloo.
Sayonara.
Ta-ta for now.
Auf Wiedersehen, good night.
Nicholas Ridiculous and Michael Motorcycle are now happily playing catch with Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman 2. It's a made in heaven match. And Spider-Man and the Green Lantern are there, and the Wonder Twins are too. And they all play in the soup all day in that superhero. Two superheroes in your soup, say come on in and play. And they invite everyone to have some superhero soup today.
This is the truth of who I am, and it's taken me my whole life to celebrate. I won't go back. You can give me a number, slap on a label, tell me I won't be welcome at your table, but I won't bow down to the tyrants anymore. I know what to do, I've been here before. Tyrants always fall. Always. Tyrants always fall. Always. This is the truth of where we've been. And it's taken the world till now to take an honest look around. There are lies on the TV, lies in the paper, lies on my phone just grown from the vapor, and I won't be fooled by the liars anymore. This is the truth that we can't ignore. There are more of us than there are of them. There are more of us than there are of them. There are more of us than there are of them. There are more of us than there are of them. And tyrants always fall. Always. We're scattered and scared in the ship's dark hold, but we have a common peril and we have a common goal. The parents are dead, the leering uncles at the prow. There is no one left, we are the grown-ups now. Think of all those times we've been down and pissed. We are made of strong stuff, we are made for this. And tyrants always fall. Always. This is the truth we've always known. There isn't a lightning bolt to set things right, to bring us home. It's gonna take all our courage, take all our actions, take every heart in every single faction, and it's gonna take time. Some of us won't live that long.